Okay, well, thanks, Jason. My name is Jerry Bryant. I'm from Microsoft. I'm a senior security strategist with the Microsoft Security Response Center. Some of you may know one of my colleagues. Her name is Katie Masouras, and she's one half of the team that I'm on that kind of runs programs for outreach to the security researcher community. Last week, we announced some new bounty programs. This is kind of a new area for Microsoft, but our bounty programs are a little bit different than what you might be used to seeing out there today. So to give you an idea, we have 3 different programs that we announced. One is called the Mitigation Bypass Bounty, and I'll talk in a little bit more details about each one of these, but this is basically up to $100,000 for a novel mitigation bypass. The Blue Hat bonus for defense is an additional $50,000 for basically defensive ideas related to the mitigation bypass in the first program. And then the third one is the IE11 preview bug bounty, which will run for about 30 days as of 2 days ago. And I'll talk a little bit more about each one of these. So the mitigation bypass bounty, basically we're looking for holes in the shield. So these are platform-wide mitigations that we're looking at, DEP, ASLR, things like that. Basically, if you can figure out how an exploit that would bypass those mitigations and provide us with enough details, we can give you up to $100,000 for that particular issue. So this program is not a one-time only program. This is an ongoing program, so it's not a contest at all. I think one of the gentlemen out here mentioned earlier that we were running a contest at Black Hat for how to beat Emmet. That's not quite true. Basically, the thing we're doing at Black Hat is if you have a mitigation bypass and you want to bring it to our booth at Black Hat, we will be doing live opponent if you got it there and paying out $100,000. Well, probably not right at Black Hat, but shortly after. So the Blue Hat for Defense, has everybody in the room heard of our Blue Hat Prize contest that we ran over the last couple of years? This was a defensive contest. We awarded over $250,000 last year at Black Hat for defensive technology. So that was like a one-time only contest. This is kind of the continuation of that. So this goes kind of hand in hand with the mitigation bypass bounty, where if you discover a way to bypass our mitigations and you can also supply an effective defense for that, there's a possibility for an additional $50,000 for that. Now, the IE11 preview bug bounty. So again, this will run for 30 days as of the release of the preview, which was 2 days ago on the 26th. And the reason why we're running this during the beta period is there are quite a few brokerage houses that will buy your exploits and eventually share those with the vendors such as Microsoft. And we're not trying to really enter into that space. But none of those vendors actually offer any sort of bounties for programs in the beta state. So if you can see on the chart here, the light gray color, this represents IE10. So on the left-hand side, you can see the bug reports that we got externally while the program was in beta. And then as soon as we shipped it, we got a sharp increase of bug reports from external researchers. So basically, because nobody's getting paid to report bugs during a beta period, they're hanging on to them until after we release the product, and then we get the reports, they get paid, that kind of thing. So what we're trying to do here is encourage people to report bugs during beta so that we can fix them before we launch the product. So this will only go for about 30 days. So if you are doing any kind of research on Internet Explorer, that you can go download the Windows 8.1 preview along with IE11 and start hunting for bugs. So just to kind of recap this, the bounty for IE11 preview only runs for 30 days. And hopefully by Black Hat, we'll start to be able to release information on how many bugs we're getting through that program. Again, if you want to come to the booth, I think we're going to be running the contest, not the contest, but anybody who wants to demonstrate an exploit at our booth during the lunch hour at Black Hat each day. So obviously there's a lot of kind of rules to the program. So if you want to find out more, go to Microsoft.com/bounty programs. There you can find all of the rules for each one of these programs and how to engage with them. Also, blogs.technet.com/bluehat. I think we're missing an S there. It should be blogs.technet.com. We made a blog post there talking about why we're doing this and why now, if you have those kind of questions. Follow us on Twitter. At Katie Moe is basically she's the owner of the program, so if you want to hit her up on Twitter, she's a good contact to ask questions to. So again, join us. Anybody going to Black Hat? 1, 2? Okay. So hopefully you guys want to come by around lunchtime to the Microsoft booth and see what happens there. So I'll be around if you have any follow-up questions for me. With that, I think I'll give some time back.
All right, so you can get mic'd up and stuff.